Okay, today we have a Toyota Yaris 2011 in for our water leak procedures. So we're just going to show you what we've found so far. If we go onto the back bumper, I've put the hose up behind to simulate it's out in the rain. If we go on the inside, I've got my flexi camera going down this section here. We can see on the back there that these are the air vents, and we can see very closely that there is water coming through the air vents and then dripping off the bottom here. So there we go, so we can see it all coming through there. So that would be obviously one leak there. The next leak, we're going to focus on this back light, and if I just quickly get the hose out. So, with this one here, what we're going to do is we're going to pour a bit of water on the top of the light, just simulating this out in the rain. And if we go on the inside here, we can see on the bottom of the light, we can see that it's coming in very quickly. So if I just lift this little bit up here, so we can see, if I get a torch, we can see that it's weeping into the bottom of that light. And then what it's then doing is it's then collecting down in this area here. So this is all water. And then what it will then do is it will use that as a guide and then follow its way to the front of the car. If we now focus on this bit up here, we can see that this is not in the car properly. And what that's going to simulate is, if we just quickly get our torch in here a second. Okay, so we've got our torch up on the head lining, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of water on top of here, and there we go. So we can see it coming straight through, and it's sitting on top of the head lining now, and so that would correspond with coming back in down into the boot. The only problem is with this one here as well, we have noticed that the rear tailgate rubber doesn't seem to be stuck to the car, so it comes off very easy. We can see that there's dirt inside the rubber, so what it would do is it would get into the rubber here, or up here, and then it would then follow it round inside the rubber, and then what it would do is it would tee off into the car at certain points, i.e. like here. So then it would tee off and go inside the car. The only other thing is if we go into the driver's footwell on the rear and we give it a squeeze, we can see that it's heavily soaked. It's soaked on the front as well. So we can see this underlay here, give that a squeeze, and we've got loads of water coming out of there. The only problem is it has travelled all the way down to all four footwells. So passenger rear footwell, if I put my hand under there and give it a squeeze, so we can see that that's wet as well. And also on the passenger front, if we just lift this bit of carpet up here and put our hand underneath, and give the underlay a squeeze, so we've got water there as well. So all four footwells are wet, so there we go. That's what we found on the Toyota Yaris.